All right, we're back.
It's the E3 Spectacular.
Episode 4, the 50th episode of the Attic Podcast. Cue the fireworks. Pew, pew. That's the fireworks.
I'll add that sound effect in later.
Do we have that?
No,
weren't we getting a soundboard?
Nah, I don't know.
That's a mess right now.
It's a mess. Danny can't figure out how to get onto the internet here, so
We should just hire that guy from Police Academy.
yeah, I would not be against having him on here.
He probably costs a lot of money. Oh, we don't need it. We got
What was that supposed to be?
That was a car driving on a bumpy
I
road.
thought it was like a UFO.
I don't know what that was. All right, that's enough of that, Danny.
All right.
Seriously, stop.
Pretty good.
I'm sorry.
We're just going to do an episode where we do sound effects.
It's gonna be a good one. That was me.
But that's not this one, because this is the E3.
Yeah. For those not in the know, E3 is a yearly expo for video games.
What are the three E's?
Electronic Entertainment Expo. 3 E's.
Couldn't they do like E?
No, it's not going to happen.
All right.
All right, but before we get into E3, we're going to talk really briefly on Prometheus. Spoiler free, though. Me and Sandy saw it. Kimball had a catastrophe that happened that didn't let him watch it, so yeah.
It was awful. It was awful.
Basically, his pot roast wasn't ready yet.
No, it was pork loin.
Whatever. All right. Tim, what did you think of Prometheus?
I liked it. I didn't love it.
All right.
But I liked it a lot.
Do you have anything that really got in your craw?
That really stuck in my craw. Craw is a very
nice use of the craw term there, Danny. I applaud you on that one.
Keeping it alive.
Yes,
just taking it back.
I don't know. It just for me, it didn't take me back to the original Alien movie.
So you just want a rehash?
Not a rehash, but I wanted to kind of start open and like kind of narrow down towards that direction, and it really just broadened.
Are you talking stylistically? It doesn't narrow down to aliens, or it
actually
just doesn't?
Stylistically, it kind of did, but
okay.
But written and story wise,
it ties into Alien though.
It ties into it, but it doesn't.
No, but the thing about Alien is it's always about narrow, close quarters storytelling, but within a larger backdrop of a universe.
Yeah, but now we get to see more of that universe and less of those corridors. There was corridors.
All right, so yeah, I liked it more than Sandy. Sandy's a little down on it. I thought it was when I first got out of the movie, I was very excited about it. Then I read some sort of negative comments on it. I was like, yeah, they brought up some good points there. And then I read another article that I actually thought was pretty interesting, and it kind of brought me back up to how I felt when I left the theater. So all in all, I'm pretty excited for it.
Was that the one you posted on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting article talking about like
the themes in it. Don't give away the themes though, but there's themes.
Yeah, post it on our Facebook page.
All right, sure.
He won't do it.
All right, Attic Podcast scale. Where do you throw Prometheus?
Out of 7, I'd give it a 5.
Out of 7, I give it a 6. All right.
Interesting.
So next week we'll get really into it. Spoiler heavy.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
So that brings us to our E3 discussion. We're going to be talking about a whole lot of games, so I'm not going to read them off to you, but pretty much we're going to try to hit all the major stories from E3. So I think we should start with the various companies, though. So let's start with the Wii U. Nintendo launching their Wii U. Kimball, what do you think about this?
Well, I went into it excited for the new Wii U.
You were excited?
Yeah, I was excited.
I wasn't excited at all.
What precisely is the Wii U? Just an updated version of the Wii?
It's a more powerful computer, so put it on par, slightly better than the PS3 when it comes out. But,
really?
Yeah, but
just slightly better though.
Yeah, barely better.
And
then it has a separate screen that's like a tablet thing. But Microsoft kind of took the sales out of that announcement by saying you could use any tablet in conjunction with the Xbox 360.
They took some of the sales out. The only thing that the Wii U I think still has better than it is that it does actually have physical buttons on it on the tablet.
Yeah,
on the Wii U controller.
So the controller's like a tablet.
Yeah, it's a tablet with 2 thumbsticks and some buttons on it.
Yeah.
So you have a screen on your controller and the television itself.
Yep,
basically.
and you can interact with that screen and the television. So, like, say, like this is what they really should do is make another Pokemon Snap game. But say you're doing Pokemon Snap and you use that as your camera while looking into the game world on the TV. So you could do something like that, or in Aliens: Colonial Marines, which they showed off. That's kind of like your mini map you can look at. Well,
yeah, like
how
they have the alien detection thing on their guns.
Yep.
Like
so you would play exactly like that. When that would be your alien detection thing while walking around, which is cool, but it's not really worth like $300 buying a new system.
Yeah, it's
but it'd be really fun to like reenact aliens like that with the actual motion tracker. But
yeah.
You know, for me, it's just not new
Now
enough.
this thing's getting a release date pretty soon, or what?
This holiday, they're saying.
Okay, because I was gonna say,
I mean, it hasn't been confirmed, but that's what they're saying.
If that's coming out with the next gen stuff in a couple of years, like, it's gonna get fucking.
I mean, soon. I mean, next year it's gonna be behind the curve because next year the new consoles.
Well, I heard
announced.
Microsoft was saying 2 years.
Oh, really?
There was a report, I think, either IGN had it or like someone had it that said Microsoft wants to try to get a further 2 years out of 360. That doesn't mean we couldn't get like the 720 or whatever next year, but they're going to try for 2 years. So I think it's dependent on what they're hearing from Sony, maybe.
Is that name getting power? Is that
no,
getting a lot of grounds?
No, it's not really.
Okay, because that is a terrible fucking name.
The code name's Durango right now. So that's the code name.
That's a terrible
name.
Yeah,
and Sony's is Orbis.
Well,
no. You can't get rid of the PlayStation name.
Yeah,
I know.
Well, that's just the code name.
Oh.
But I mean, like, GameCube's was Dolphin, I think.
Oh yeah, I think I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some pretty.
And then the Wii was Revolution, which I actually liked better than
Revolution is better than Wii. I
Yeah.
gotta say. But I don't know. It makes me think of soccer for some reason.
Yeah, it makes
kicks. The New England Revolution.
I mean, I think they could have done like, a lot better though with the Wii U presentation.
Yeah, and also they didn't really show enough games.
No, they have excited. They do have 25 games that's supposed to launch with.
Yeah, but half of them are ports, like a new version of Arkham City that adds extra stuff, or like Alien Colonial Marines adds.
That's the thing. I feel like game companies don't really want to develop stuff for the Wii. Like, it just seems like a pain in the ass to them, and they just half-ass through like. Their
especially since the Wii we just had, as opposed to the Wii U, but the Wii we just had was like so underpowered in comparison to the other systems that no one wanted to do anything with it. And also, when third parties like developed specifically for it, those games didn't sell.
Because the consumers that play on the Wii are mostly like. They're not hardcore gamers.
Yeah, but I think
they're people who just use it as a Wii sports system.
I think they
exercise equipment.
But I think like Charlie's parents bought the Wii, and I don't think they've honestly touched it since they first bought it.
Probably not.
That's why they sold so many.
They use it for Netflix.
Yeah, my mother and father have it. They use it for Netflix.
Yeah,
I don't understand. Like my brother uses it for Netflix. I'm like, dude, it's not even in HD. Once you use the Xbox.
Half the time using Netflix, you don't get HD quality video anyways.
Yeah, but it still look better though.
I concur.
But I just think they messed up. I mean, some things are cool. Like Rayman, you can play 5 people now.
Why? Because someone's using the little screen?
Yep, one person's using the little screen, and then the other one's using Wiimotes.
That's not really a big deal, though.
It's kind of cool.
You could just add another controller, really, since it's all wireless.
Yeah. But the games aren't set up for, like, on Xbox or PlayStation. It's not set up for 5.
They're set up. They're online now. I mean, games are set up for however many people you really want, or whatever you can handle.
Yeah. System-wise. I mean, I don't think it would be that hard to have one guy program like it to recognize 5 controllers or whatever. But I don't even know if technologically we can recognize 5 controllers. I don't know. But obviously it must be.
What, 5 Wiimotes?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Probably not right now, but the Wii U, if you say they're using 5 with the tablet, then I guess so.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, they had new Super Mario Brothers 2 for it, which is exciting. Another side-scrolling Mario.
Yeah, but then they showed it. They showed the new Super Mario side-scroller for the DS, which it looked almost the same.
Yeah.
As the last one?
No, the new Wii U version.
Oh, okay.
They actually had to make a statement saying this is different.
Yeah.
But it looks almost the same.
which isn't bad. I mean, the Super Mario Brothers Wii was a fun game, but it's not a system seller though. Is what the problem is.
No, they got a new Paper Mario coming.
Yeah, for the DS, right?
Yeah, they didn't really get a lot of games like to sell systems, like to really get the Wii out. I mean, they had Wii Sports and all that shit.
Yeah, Wii Sports was the seller, and then they had Nintendo Land, which they hoped was their Wii Sports, but no one was excited about. It's like their new Wii Music almost.
Yeah.
I think Nintendo Land looks absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
I think it seems so stupid and like so.
It sounds bad.
It sounds so juvenile.
Nintendo Land.
The only thing I'm really upset is like the Lego City game.
Yeah.
That looks awesome.
What's that, like a Sim City with Legos?
It's an open world Legos game. And like the Lego characters actually talk and stuff.
Isn't there like a Lego universe too?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
What's that, an MMO or something?
No, it's a Lego RPG open world. But I think you know what Lego should really do?
Yes.
They should make a Minecraft but out of Legos.
I think they did that.
They did?
Yeah. It's probably the computer you can mod it. All kinds of shit. They probably modded Minecraft to do like a Lego thing. But
Minecraft does look like Lego, anyways.
Yeah, they just gotta add the little nubs on everything.
But there was something where Lego had like people could vote for the type of Legos, and like Minecraft Lego was like voted the most. It's like Minecraft's all like ripping off Lego, so why do we need Lego Minecraft?
I know. We'll just add the little nubs, and it'll sell millions.
Millions.
Speaking of Lego games, though, so they had Lego Lord of the Rings was shown there at E3, and DC Batman 2 DC Heroes or whatever was shown there too. And the weird thing is, like in normal Traveler's Tales Lego games, the Legos don't talk, but now they're fully voiced. So like they got Frodo talking in Lego, which is not as cool as them pantomiming what's actually going on.
You don't think so? I think it's a nice twist.
No, the pantomime's funny.
It is funny sometimes.
Yeah, I would go with Danny on this one. I don't want, it's fucking Legos, man. I don't need them to be telling me some kind of deep story, you know? Like,
yeah. Well, they're just quoting from the movies.
Oh, they take direct quotes?
Yeah, from at least from Lego Lord of the Rings. But those games are fun, but I mean,
some of them are pretty hard.
I wouldn't say that.
I would say that, dude. Have you played any of them?
Yeah, mature.
No, they're not mature, but some of them are like pretty challenging.
I'm stuck on Lego Harry Potter somewhere. No, but it's not that they're challenging. It's something stupid you need to do, but
it's not obvious.
You feel dumb when you don't get it though. You're like, wow, why did I not get that?
Because it looks like a child's game. That's
it's a fun family game. It's not a child's game. It's a family game.
Right? I'm sorry.
Family game.
All right.
Do you want to talk about the smart glass for a second?
Yeah, let's move on to Microsoft. Microsoft showed some games at their press conference, but nothing wowed me Microsoft-wise, though, at their press conference.
Not really.
But they had the big tech announcement, so you can talk about smart glass.
Yeah, so smart glass, if you have like any tablet, so Apple or Android or Windows 8, you can it connects to the Xbox. So they showed the Madden one, which I thought it was stupid for that one.
Wait, you just calling plays on your
yeah.
Oh, I heard about that. You can design your own plays on the tablet.
The designing part is kind of cool that you can draw out your own plays and play that. But I didn't see that. Did you?
Well, what they showed it wasn't even actual gameplay. It was just like a theoretical thing of what they were going to do with it. So like
really?
they just sort of photoshopped over it about what they're planning on doing with it. But it's not like
So this is not coming soon or anything.
Probably next year.
Yeah.
Early next year.
But they showed like him picking plays for the game, which I don't know why you just wouldn't use the controller on the screen.
Yeah, it's gonna be so annoying to like put your controller down, pick up a tablet.
That's the only thing that I see an issue with is that you have to.
And that's
switch.
why the Wii U is 10 miles ahead of the game.
Because it's got the thumbsticks on the gamepad.
Dude, the Netflix though, like if you're watching Game of Thrones on it, and the iPad follows along where you are, like showing you the map.
But someone would have to program for that to work, though.
Yeah,
like it depends on what developers do with this. I mean, if only Game of Thrones does it, I mean, that's not really a big sell-through. You need a bunch of games doing that type of thing.
That kind of thing could be kind of cool in like certain like games where there's an aspect like Deus Ex or Watch Dogs, that which we'll talk about later, but like hacking things where you could actually, instead of doing something on the thing, like you could pick up your tablet and like it'll be a whole different kind of thing going on.
Yeah,
Or even
a
like
completely different
BioShock,
game.
like you had the mini games, like that
Yeah.
would be on the tablet.
They got rid of that in BioShock 2. Though.
Well,
I loved the pipe dreams that they
Yeah.
had in BioShock. That was awesome.
So,
they
I
could-
mean, it's not
they
a bad
could-
idea. It's kind of really, it's more immersing
It's a novel.
you.
It's
Immersing
a novel
you in-
idea.
I think the smartest thing though that they did is that you don't have to go out and buy something Microsoft specific. The fact that it works on something that you already have.
Because almost everyone has a smartphone now. Like penetration with that stuff's out the window.
Regular phones are going to be phased out in like a couple of years. They're only going to sell smartphones soon.
Yay!
I don't know about that because like
Not
A lot
that soon.
a lot of old people and Danny use the old phones.
I'm telling
I'm
you,
still
man.
using a brick.
I'm
If
telling
anybody
you.
Yeah,
cares to know.
and you're still using a brick too.
I got my
Have you
Gordon
seen
Gekko
mine?
phone.
It's a brick, but my bricks are upgrading. You know?
Yeah, slightly.
They are. They're ever
Is that
so
a
slightly.
Is that a
You-
2
you got-
megapixel camera on it?
Yeah, and I got a keyboard now. See, you never saw my keyboard, huh?
Oh wow!
Huh?
Not a lot of people have that because they've all moved on. But
Because they're all using touch.
All right. So what else?
All right. Well, we can get into what Microsoft showed. So they showed Halo 4 to start off their press conference. So what do you guys think of Halo 4?
looks like more of the same. Graphically looks pleasant, but a lot of games looked graphically fantastic to me.
Yeah, there was a lot of people talking about where some companies showing next gen stuff because it looked like they were showing things that was not possible on current hardware.
It's true.
But the most interesting thing about Halo 4, I guess, was that there's new enemies that are not Covenant, but you sort of already fought like sort of Forerunner tech in the other Halos. And like the gameplay didn't seem that different. You know, you had similar weapon sets and stuff, and I'm sure they'll have new weapons and things, but
Yeah, it just looks like kind of like an add-on or like, you know, like
I wouldn't
more-
say an add-on. It looks like a sequel, but a sequel that doesn't. It looks like a sequel, not a new game. Since it's like a new series, new developer, you expect it to be like completely different. But
Is it a new who
3-4 Industries is the developer now.
Oh, Ubi's not doing it?
3-4 not doing it.
Bungie, whatever.
What did I say?
3-4. You left the list.
I forgot the 3. 343 Guilty Spock. Monitor is the installation 047.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like you said, I saw new enemies, new guns.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting story-wise for me because they'll get into like Forerunner stuff, and I find that interesting, but I'm not excited for it. I'm going to play the Halo game because I love Halo, but it's not exciting me at all.
It's just the same thing.
Yeah.
That's the problem, I think.
But
It's
if
a
it
shame.
ain't broke.
And they didn't really
It's
show.
true, man. I mean, that game's gonna sell no
Yeah.
matter what.
Did you watch the multiplayer thing? Because I didn't see that.
I didn't
at
see
all.
it.
It was basically they were sort of adding a story element to multiplayer. Like they were doing weekly like challenge type things that you would play.
Sounds like don't they do that in Black Ops and stuff?
Yeah. But I mean they did that in like Halo 3 and stuff. They had like weekly challenges, but it's somehow story driven a little bit, I guess.
Really.
I don't know.
That'd be interesting to see how they do that.
Yeah.
If it
I mean
works.
just in terms of multiplayer, it's fun, but it's not that interesting, really.
Is it like the story driven? Is it co-op for those or?
I guess there's some co-op game types too, but I don't know. They didn't really say too much.
Everything's got to be co-op. Even the new. Did you guys see Dead Space at all?
Yeah,
I saw a little bit of
saw
it.
a little bit of it, but I mean, co-op in Dead Space is not something I want.
No. You really want that like alone alone in space, isolated.
Yeah, I guess they're still gonna keep a lot of the horror stuff, but what they showed at E3 was the action section.
Yeah,
I guess that
that's-
demo as well. That's what they said, but I mean, it's definitely gonna be more action if there's a co-op companion.
Yeah, I agree.
So is Halo 4 next year?
Halo 4 is this year, maybe.
Holiday season?
No, no, maybe next year. What year is it? No, it's next year. Halo 4 is next year,
What's the
2013.
date? The year.
What's the year, Marty? Tell me the year.
So that's coming out next year.
Yeah.
What about since we brought up Dead Space? Is that next year?
I don't know. I don't
don't know
remember.
We don't have release dates, so
No.
you should stop asking
All right.
because we're not gonna know.
I have some reason. Tomb Raider, I think, is this year. Or no, Tomb
No,
Raider.
2 years next year.
early next year. Everything's early next year,
Yeah.
man.
I was surprised the shit that won like IGN pick of the year, and it's not even coming out this year.
What, the E3 game of the year?
Mhm.
What was their E3 game of the year?
Tomb Raider.
Really, Tomb Raider?
Yeah,
Really?
I was surprised.
I didn't see Tomb Raider. How come we didn't show me that?
My pick
if
is
that's
Last
the pick
of
of the
Us.
year.
My pick is probably Last of Us also.
Yeah.
I like the Watch Dogs.
I liked Star Wars 1313, but we'll get in there.
All right, we're getting there.
All right, we're getting ahead. So yeah, Tomb Raider. They showed Tomb Raider. Sandy, I guess, didn't watch the video.
No, Sandy didn't do any homework
You guys,
this week.
because you guys didn't tell me. I was
Sandy,
unaware of the
we're not going to watch all these videos before we record.
No.
All right, no, but so
I did homework
anyways,
for the
so it's Lara Croft like year one. She's like trapped on an island and she's like fighting for her life. But what they showed was
So
pretty,
she's in a crappy Jack Black movie with Michael Steele.
No, I was going more like Green Hour year one where Ollie Queen is stuck on an island, but whatever.
Okay,
But
nobody
she,
got that
all right.
reference.
So she's using like bow and arrows and she's fighting to survive and like shooting fire. But the best thing in this demo, all right. So she like somehow jumps off a cliff or gets thrown off a cliff or whatever, and she's like in the water and like the water's just rushing around and the graphics are just beautiful. And then
Yeah,
you're,
the
like,
game looks
almost
really
drowning.
fantastic.
And then you'd have to like
I
shoot.
wish I saw this.
You'd
now.
have to like shoot out a log as you're like going down this waterfall, and the water's like
Is this one of those
going
games
around
where
you.
you're like, is this next gen or?
No, this you can tell it's working. It looks really nice.
It
I
looks
mean,
really nice, though. It looks like as good as Last of Us, I would say.
yeah.
So, what is it? Gameplay or is it just a video?
No, this was gameplay. This
It's
was
very,
all planned.
very fast paced, though. It seemed to me. Didn't you?
Yeah, part of it. Well, also in demos they kind of height in like E3 demos they always
Yes,
get rid of.
They're gonna
the
pick
action.
out the most exciting moment they can.
Yeah, because Last of Us had a puzzle area that they just skipped over for the demo's sake.
Oh yeah.
'Cause they had like 6 minutes on stage for the PS3 conference thing.
Oh, so they did the puzzle, but they didn't show it in the video.
No, they didn't do the puzzle on stage.
Oh, okay.
But they just cut it out of the game. So like
Oh,
they
right.
took a section of the game.
How did you know that there was a puzzle?
Because I watched the interviews about it, man.
Oh. I didn't watch
Yeah.
that. I didn't watch that
So
interview.
Tomb Raider, gameplay wise, what are you gonna connect it to?
It's a third-person action game, so I mean,
Platforming elements.
yeah. So Uncharted like,
Yeah.
but it seemed more action-oriented than Uncharted. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I don't
kind of like the roots of Tomb Raider. You know, there was a little bit of platforming and
I wouldn't say
more
that's more
action.
action than Uncharted.
third person running gun
I don't know,
style.
it's-
'Cause I don't think
Yeah,
you-
but it seemed like
You're not going to be that paced the whole game, though. I don't
yeah,
think.
probably not. But like when I think about Uncharted, I always think about like hiding behind rocks and like fighting wave after wave of guys. Where this one, it seemed like it was more close encounters with like 5 or 6 different people that you'd fight, but you can like sort of. It seemed like you could sneak up on them more than Uncharted. Uncharted turned into
Yeah.
like a shooter fest. Almost.
It is. It does in Uncharted. Each kill is like it's just a wave of guys.
Yeah.
I completely agree. It doesn't feel like you're personally killing a person.
Yeah, this didn't feel like waves to me.
No,
from
I
what they
agree.
showed.
It's not waves, but
But it looks really nice.
yeah, it does. She does get her ass kicked a little bit, too.
Yeah, it sounds like she
She gets beat up.
People keep
More
talking about
beating.
how she sounds like she's having sex while doing this, like it's those type of noises. But no, it doesn't sound like that. It sounds like she's getting murdered.
Yeah.
So if you
I'm
just
very
if
excited for it,
you
though.
had it on in the next room and I was over here, I'd be like, Danny, are you watching porno in there?
It's potential.
You might be,
Yeah.
but it'd be like violent porn. Like what's that?
Obviously,
bondage
what else
porn?
do you watch, Danny?
It'd be 50 Shades of Grey porn. All right.
Whoa.
But they also announced a new Gears of War game, Gears of War Judgment Day. Judgment.
I think it's just Judgment.
Gears of War Judgment.
Yeah.
No problem.
Day, like
That's it.
Terminator.
I think it takes place during Judgment Day, right?
I thought it was before.
Is that when
like,
the machines rise
Maybe
up?
maybe that's the end of the game. You get to Judgment Day
Judgment.
because it's like a prequel.
Oh
Did-
yeah, Emergence Day
yeah,
and
I
then
thought
Judgment Day is
weren't
one
they
day.
making the third one the last one?
Yeah,
I
so
thought
it's a
so.
prequel.
Yeah,
This one is a
okay.
prequel.
Okay.
and
But
it's,
Judgment Day happens early in the game.
and it's also done. It's like split studio.
That's when they first emerge.
No, that's Emergence Day. Judgment Day is when they pretty much go to
that
the
makes sense.
plateau and they like firebomb the rest of the planet.
Oh.
Like they do a scorched earth thing and try to kill everyone.
Yeah, the Hammer of Dawn.
Yeah, and that's when all the stranded happen and stuff.
Wow. So you're gonna find out how Marcus Phoenix ended up in that jail cell at the beginning.
I think
Yeah,
so. I think
yeah.
you're playing as Baird too, aren't you?
I forget they had something on.
Yeah,
it.
trailer. I didn't really watch because they only showed
The trailer
It's
is
a
more or
teaser
less
trailer.
them walking
Yeah.
out, and that's it.
Oh, it's a teaser.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is it's being developed by People Can Fly, who did Bulletstorm.
Well, it's developed by both.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought. Well,
No.
Epic owns People Can Fly, so
I think
whatever.
they said it's done by both.
Oh.
I can see those companies crossing over well. You know.
Yeah, well, Epic
both have
owns
those.
People Can Fly, so.
It should be. I mean, hopefully it's a little bit different, but I don't want it drastically different.
Well, it's gonna be a third-person shooter, but I hope that they
Are you
incorporate.
sure?
Yes,
All right.
I'm staking my life on that.
All right.
But I'm hoping that they incorporate more of like the I don't know, just the flow of combat that Bulletstorm had. Just it had a fun flow to it.
Yeah, I'm really bummed out that we're not gonna ever get a Bulletstorm 2.
We might get one eventually, but
Yeah, next gen console, and then we'll be like, yeah, here it is. Now.
but also in Epic news though, Epic right around E3 they announced that they were acquiring like most of the guys from Big Huge Games.
Actually, I think
who
they
got
did.
laid off in 38 Studios.
I thought they did.
Yeah, no, most of it. They didn't get everyone though.
Oh.
But
they're
they got
trying
the
to-
core team from the ones who did Kingdoms of Amalur: Reckoning.
rehiring them.
Yeah,
You should-
because they wanted to open a studio in the Baltimore area, and since that studio kind of wanted to stay together, and they've been together a while, so Epic
Those poor
picked them up.
people.
So do you think they'll buy the IP for MLR?
Maybe.
Are they
I don't
gonna?
know.
Are
It'll
they
be
gonna
cheap enough,
pick
probably.
Up, what was it? Prometheus. What the hell was that game?
Copernicus?
Copernicus.
MMO? No,
I don't think they won't buy that.
that thing's gonna get sliced up and sold off every which way.
Yeah. I hope
'Cause-
they buy Reckoning though.
I mean, 38 Studios filed for Chapter 7,
Yeah.
so they're liquidating.
FBI investigation.
Yeah, they're not gonna find anything because they didn't really do anything illegal except not pay their employees.
I don't know. Like a few of the
Can they go after Kurt Schilling's personal assets? Or?
no,
He
'cause-
doesn't have a lot.
It-
Apparently, he
and
put
it-
a lot into it.
and the company was an LLC, so they can't.
Yeah, and he also filed for Chapter 7 protection.
So they can't. But
Yeah.
I heard a lot of like not so much him because he lost a lot of money, but some of the other higher ups in the company got some pretty big like bonuses, payouts, and stuff.
That's always in every company. The CEOs are making money.
Fun with Dick and Jane.
Yeah.
Yes, Alec Baldwin. He's in that movie.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
So yeah, and then what else did they show? They announced a new Forza game,
Oh yeah.
Horizon.
Yeah.
Did you see that, Kimmel?
I did.
How does that look?
What is that?
It's phone going off.
Oh.
So how does Forza Horizon look?
Christ.
No, it looks okay. It looks good. It looks like Forza.
I heard it's more arcadey though. Did it seem that way
It
to you?
didn't
or-
really seem a whole lot to it. It wasn't a super long clip though.
All right.
So
I'm sort of excited for that. You know?
You are?
Yeah.
I'm
if it's a little more like Project Gotham as opposed to Forza, which I sucked at.
Yeah, I'm more.
No, I can't imagine that's a good way to go because I think the driving force and that sells Forza games is the simulation aspect of it.
Yeah, but we already have another. We've gone through like what is it, four
Mhm.
Forza games. So this is just like a sort of spin-off type thing. Just incorporates the Forza name.
I'm not gonna lie though. If you go from Forza 3 to 4, there's not a huge graphical jump in like they're pretty much at like
The
more,
peak
But
for
the-
the system.
yeah, from the peak for the system.
Customizable though, they added a lot more, right?
Yeah, I mean you can do that bullshit, but that
That bullshit is what people play that game
No, but
for.
all right. So add that type of customization to like a more forgiving racer.
yeah.
So that could be more fun.
Yeah, I don't think it was a bad step for them to go this route at all.
And then the next game.
They
can
need to
be a
start
launch
developing
title.
on the next gen.
Yeah, it's gonna take forever to make those car. Like, there's gonna be so many models.
Oh
next
my
gen.
god, the car details is going to be extreme.
Yeah, I
Those
mean,
cars are going to look like fucking real life cars.
I'm more excited though for Most Wanted though. Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Oh well, I'm not as.
I
Excited.
saw-
What-
I don't really like the open world nature of it. Like,
But Horizon's open world.
Horizon is
Was-
open world.
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
Really?
yeah,
It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
yeah.
That's
in Colorado,
That's too bad
isn't it,
because
Horizon? It's weird.
so you're not going to get the classic racetracks or anything. No Nürburgring or whatever.
No.
Unless you drive to them, I guess. I don't know how.
You drive across the world.
You gonna drive across the ocean?
Yeah.
The duck boat is available in this game.
I mean, I don't. From what I thought they said it was open world.
Could be.
Well, that would be a huge departure then from.
I
previous
thought
Forza games.
Need for Speed looked all right. Really, it reminded me of Burnout, and you know, like.
Well,
but,
it's a Criterion game, so
I think it looks really good though.
I just don't want open world.
Need
Why,
for
why,
Speed.
why don't you like the open world racing games?
Because then you gotta, well, I don't know. The way they did it in Paradise is you would always have to go find your race, and it'd be at certain intersections. The race thing, I don't want to do that. I want to do my 5-minute race, go to the menu, and then click the next track and do it. I don't want to have to like find different tracks to do things. I just want to feel the speed, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Back to Mad Riders, right?
They did-
I just want to feel the
what was-
speed.
A test drive, one of the last test drive games, you could get out of your
Yeah,
car and
unlimited.
walk around, and you
Yeah.
had to go like walk
That
into
was sorta
buildings and
cool.
start and sign up for like races and
Yeah.
shit. I think
That game was sort of cool.
that wasn't an awful game. It wasn't a good game.
Yeah,
But
it looked nice.
yeah. But Need for Speed, I think looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd give it a chance.
Yeah.
Need for Speed name makes me a little shaky because I feel like they're only good like every 2.
Well, Criterion did the
titles.
last one, and that one was good, and now they're doing this one. I mean, Criterion with racing is pretty much a surefire bet.
They
That's
did the
gonna be pretty
last
good.
one. Wasn't there Outbreak or something?
I don't know.
What was the Need for Speed that wasn't that good?
The last one?
No, the last one was the Criterion one. That was good. It sold well.
What was the title of it?
Just Need for Speed.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Mm.
because it was like a reboot.
I know there's like Outrun or something like
No,
that.
Outrun's another game that was in the arcades. It
Was that the
pretty
Sega
awesome.
game?
Yeah, Outrun's awesome.
Oh,
Should
Need
like
for Speed:
that.
The Run.
The Run.
That was the most recent one. You're
garbage,
right.
Yeah.
That one wasn't the Criterion one though, or was? It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
All right, so
Forza Horizon is open world
is open world
in Colorado, though.
okay?
Oh.
Yeah, nice vistas at least.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, so yeah, that's pretty much it for Microsoft though. So nothing really.
It was
wow
developed. Sorry, Need for Speed: The Run was developed by Black Box.
Yeah, so they did other Need for Speed games.
EA.
What?
EA's Black Box.
Yeah, EA Black Box
Yeah,
Studios.
yeah,
Yeah,
all
they're in LA.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right.
Okay.
All right. Sorry.
new-
All
the-
right. All right.
Why you? Yeah,
I don't know
everybody
why. I don't
knows
know why
EA.
you do that, Kimball. Why would you even say that?
I don't know either.
In 2010, Criterion did Hot Pursuit.
Okay, and then 11 we got The Run.
Yeah, the Hot Pursuit game was good.
Yeah,
Well, then we had Shift 2 Unleash.
That was not so good, right?
Mm,
The Shift ones.
It was okay. They have some of their games. You got to really look to see who made the games. Well, they're not to buy
Right.
because they pump out so many of them.
all right, but that's Microsoft. So let's move on to the big cat named Sony. So
Sony PlayStation.
thing that I really loved that they showed Last of Us from Naughty Dog, which looked amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Looked pretty good.
I mean, just the fact that
I might pick that game up.
you already said it was your like game of show.
Yeah.
But so the cool thing they showed about this, so it's like a survival action game where you're fighting guys, but like the encounters with like one guy, like it was really like long fights with one guy's.
Feels like you like a big deal after you take everyone on.
Yeah, and I wonder how that will continue through the game. Will it eventually you'll be seeing things that you've done before over and over again, and it won't be as because you're seeing that for the first time. I gotta say, it looks fucking amazing, and it looks like every interaction with every person was going to be unique. But
Yeah, well, because they've talked about that you will like fight like bad guys. You'll like come up on a group of people and you don't know if they're good or bad. So depending on how you react, you could sneak around them also. Like apparently that they showed it on the show floor, or not show floor, but behind closed doors. They showed that very same level, but you didn't fight the guys at all. You just snuck around them. So there's like an option where you could either do it stealth or you could do it action and try to kill them.
But
I mean that.
and
Yeah,
that's
so
cool. But I want to even if you choose action, is it going to be unique every time? Is what I'm curious.
Wait,
about.
what are you talking about? Well, like in that situation, so there was once you ran out of ammo and you're fighting this guy, and then your co-op partner, not your co-op partner, but
Throws the can.
yeah,
Is that gonna
throws the brick.
or
Like
whatever,
apparently,
brick or something?
if she didn't find that brick, like within the ground, she wouldn't have thrown that. So that never would have happened. So it's all contingent on how you go through the level. So if you didn't go through the level and get that brick, you might have been stuck there without. Any
Okay,
Do
they,
you-
they
do you
said
think-
that. Okay.
Yeah,
Do you think so? Sam had that brick in like his backpack or whatever.
her. It's a girl.
Yeah, but like you picked it up, and so would you pick it up and give it to her to keep?
No, apparently, like they
Just scattered there?
it's all like she'll scavenge things and bring them back to you. Like, so if she finds like a piece of bullet that's for your particular gun, she'll bring it to you.
All right.
So like that, I guess there's all these systems that are just.
What's her name's
there.
Ellie, isn't it?
Yeah, Ellie. Yep, she looks like
Ellen Page.
Ellen Page. Yeah,
Just like it.
just like in that other game Beyond. But wait,
I think she. I think she might look more like it. Only because she in Beyond she has the shaved head.
No.
And some of the combat, like there's one part where he sees a guy in the hall and he chooses to try to sneak around and go through the door, and the guy's waiting there and bashes him with the shotgun and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that kind of stuff? Should
Yeah.
be unique, right?
Yeah.
Or is that like
or-
is that a scripted part of the game, going through certain doors and stuff?
Well, it could be for the demo they had more scripted, but it's supposed to be all just system based. How it's gonna work out.
I hope that.
But the question is though, when you're like, since when you're fighting with the guys, like it's a real battle when you're like fighting over a gun almost. It's like, how much control are you having over that? Is that just like animation based? You're letting the animation play out, or do you actually have control and move around while wrestling with this guy?
And I gotta say, I think you have somewhat of control because it looks like they're going back and forth.
Yeah.
You know, like
it looks like there's a tug of war happening.
Yeah.
And I don't know if like we were having an argument about this. Is if it's a quick
you wanna
time
call it an
event or
argument.
if it's like the thumbstick moving around. Well, it was an argument. We were discussing this, and I got mad because I was
Okay.
like,
Yeah,
"There's
he always gets
There's
mad.
no buttons on the screen. It's not a QTE." That's where I
and
was.
we're just saying it's possible that they
it could
took
be.
the
And I am saying it's highly unlikely that those are QuickTime events, especially from a Naughty Dog game. I've never seen them do QTEs.
Crash
I mean, I
Bandicoot.
think
No, just kidding. I didn't have it.
Jack and Dexter.
you still don't know a whole lot about the world. Like you don't really know like what if it's zombies or whatever. Like
I don't think it's zombies.
There are zombies in the game.
Really?
Yeah,
it was
there's-
they showed in the trailer.
zombie-like.
The zombie where it's the fungus that takes over their brain. and
Yeah.
makes
Oh
them
yeah,
act out
yeah. I
things.
think I did hear.
But you
about
don't
that.
really know like why
That's
the
a
world's
zombie.
the way it is. And
It's
you-
an apocalypse. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
kind of like The Road. You're not. I don't. It's probably gonna be like the book The Road. You're not gonna find out what caused the apocalypse. But
You don't
you're
think
just gonna
so?
Try to survive.
You never really find out in these apocalypse situations.
Except in Mad Max, said like we didn't have enough oil, so everyone went nuts. Like they do that at the beginning of the movie.
I don't know. I can't wait for it. That's next year though, right?
Next
Yeah. I don't know. This is not information on release dates here.
After every game. What's the release date on that?
Yep. So they also, what else? Did they
Look it
show?
up
They
if you
showed
wanna know.
Beyond the new game from
Quantic Dream.
The
Yeah.
other Ellen Page game.
the guy, that actually has Ellen Page in it. This is from the Heavy Rain guys.
The what?
The Heavy Rain guys
Oh, okay.
with the bad accents.
I don't know. It's
Jason?
not a bad accent. The guy's actually French.
No, in the game, the bad accents.
Jason.
What do you mean?
Like every
Line they delivered,
it was like really weird.
their accents were pouring out of.
Jason?
Yeah.
The kids were the worst though. Oh, Dad, I want you to find me what's going on here.
Last of Us is next year.
Next year, kids, for your PS3.
Fantastic. Anything that looks good next year or later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But they showed
Pretty
they,
much.
they showed Beyond. So, what do you guys think of that?
I'm excited for it.
Beyond looks a lot like Heavy Rain. Graphically looks awesome though. I'm not.
Did you guys notice all the Heavy Rain parts in the cutscene?
There was a lot of. What do you mean? Actually, like heavy precipitation in
Yeah.
in the. Yes, there was a lot of heavy rain going on in
Did it have a lot of
the video.
metals in it? That's what heavy rain is. You know,
Metals?
like acid rain. It's like
Oh, is that why it gets
hard
heavy?
water. Yeah. No, it's like when
Hard
someone says
water?
hard water.
Did anyone ever
What
see
is
that
it?
movie Hard Rain or Heavy Rain? No, Heavy
Hard
Rain's the
Rain.
game.
Hard rain's
Rain.
gonna fall.
No, I never saw
I
that.
don't know. It's like some old crap.
But hopefully the story is
Forget who's
better. In
It's an interesting
game.
story though by having like she has like a split, like not really split personality. What would you call it?
I don't know.
I didn't get really what happened in the trailer. She was talking to the policeman. I forget.
Yeah, and like there's someone else there with her because it's like beyond two souls. So there's a counterpart. I forget the name of it. They said in the interview.
A
So she has like
familiar?
multiple.
A familiar?
Sure, you can actually play. You play as the other
Is
person.
it
though.
her? What is the thing they believe in Scientology? The Fion, her
I don't
or
know.
whatever.
Yeah, her peon.
You're a peon. Yeah. You're a peon.
It's like her like I just say imaginary friend because they don't really
Okay.
go into a whole lot of detail, but he actually, I think it's a he, contributes things to the game.
So she has a man inside of her.
Yeah,
How'd you like a man inside of you?
but you
But it's like she has the kinesis or something. She can like move stuff around. Is that
no,
telekinesis?
that's the other person. Like
Okay.
he's there when she's sitting in that room. He's there also in that room, but no one else can see her except for him. And
So he's like Christopher Lloyd in Angels in the Outfield. No one can see or hear me but you.
yeah.
Actually, I think he is Christopher Lloyd. I might have. It's like Ellen Page, Christopher Lloyd.
But the thing, like but you jump back and forth between them. I guess that's what they said, but they didn't show it at all in the trailers.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's but it looks like more QTs, quick time events.
They said it's both.
So more like Indigo Prophecy then.
I guess I never played that.
Well, I mean, Heavy Rain also had did some moving around on your
Yeah.
own and such.
Or when you had to climb up the hill.
Not
using
really though.
Button prompts.
Yeah.
Why? When
Little
you
bit.
when you have to fight the guy in the store who turns out to be the killer, spoiler. I don't know. You know the part of the story fights the guy. I don't know. It's all cute.
You're not excited for it though at all,
I'm interested.
but not really.
I think it will be a good game, but I
It's
mean,
so
like,
far away. Who cares?
like it's gonna be one of those
Yeah,
games
but you
that
can say that about The Last of Us, and you're excited for that.
That's because that looks really interesting. In terms of story.
I'm gonna say this: like this game may have like multiple endings and such, like Heavy Rain.
It is.
but-
You can't fail in this game. It's the same thing. Like in Heavy Rain, you know how you can't like die.
But a lot of those, fall short in that sometimes the decisions you make, there'll be like a couple key decisions that really decide your outcome, and like a lot of them just don't even matter, you know.
Yeah.
If you had the chance to change the fate, would you? It's a brave.
But this is
brave
like the
shot.
same thing. Like she got captured by
Where-
the cops, so that was like the failure before that.
Where even though like I want to say, Last of Us may send you in the same final like story wise, but the way you get there can be unique in the
Yeah.
battles
Well,
you
one of
choose.
the developers said it's going to be a linear story, but with open choices for how you get to places.
Yeah, but if he died during that scene, would you just reload and redo that whole
Yes.
scene?
Yes.
All right.
Where this game you wouldn't. So yeah, I mean they are unique.
Where in this
games.
game you'd play someone else who you're just gonna kill anyway. Or just kill everyone. Finish the game. Break it.
The end. You guys, I beat the game in like 10 seconds flat. I just killed everyone.
I did a speed run of Heavy Rain. I died.
I just killed them all as soon as I ran off the.
I don't think it would let
Building.
you. Did you try it?
What?
Do like a speed run, Heavy Rain, and kill everyone right off?
Whenever you can fail and die in Heavy Rain, that's what you'd have to do.
Yeah, but I don't think it would let. I mean,
You can die.
Eventually,
If you
yeah,
can die,
if
you
you
can
I
can
mean,
die.
die,
I
you
know
can die.
everyone can die, but I don't think it would make the game much quicker, though.
Yeah, it would.
You think so?
You'd
A
have
little
no one to
bit
play
quicker,
as.
yeah. Less someone
You just wouldn't find out who the killer is.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, I guess.
The end.
The end.
They should do that in a movie. Everyone's dead. Sorry. The end.
I'm sure they've done that in the movie.
No.
Yeah, Aliens 3.
Aliens 3.
Yeah. She's impregnate, so she tries to kill herself. And she does.
There you go.
Yep.
All
Spoiler.
right, so what else we got talking about?
Spoilers.
1980s. You know, games. No, that's pretty much big for Sony, though. They didn't really announce that much. For Sony first party stuff.
Yeah, not a whole lot.
I mean, they got.
Did you see
they
the-
showed a Sly Cooper, the new Sly Cooper game got shown a bit.
So did you to go back to the whole WiiU thing? Did you see how Sony nipped that in the butt?
What do you mean?
They have a tablet?
No, you use the Vita as your controller.
Oh, okay.
They already announced that like last year.
Yeah, but they re-announced it, saying again just to compete.
Hey,
Did
don't
they show it
forget.
at all, or any
No,
instances
no,
of
they
it?
didn't show it.
No.
All right, but let's move on to third party publishers now, though. So Far Cry 3 was shown.
Yeah, I thought it looked awesome.
Looks good. Looks like a Far Cry with a twist in the story. You know, like a little psychological action going on.
Well, that's what they tried to do in 2. 2 was supposed to be like Heart of Darkness.
Did you play too?
Parts of it? I never owned it.
And did it achieve that well, or
I don't know. I didn't play enough to have like
Did you play
emotional
for like
impact of it.
10 minutes? And yeah, it's just- I'm shooting people. I'm putting this down.
I don't know how to cut through this door.
No, I play.
yeah.
It worked the first time when you weren't watching it, and then you're watching me do it, and I can't get through the
10
door.
minutes of Danny and
Just
Dragon.
hacking.
What was that game?
Witcher 2.
Watch out Witcher 2 if you
Did
want
you
to
beat
see
that?
10 minutes of Danny
No, I
trying to
haven't
get
even
through a
played
door.
it since then.
You haven't even played it since then. So if we go back, you're right at the same spot.
No, I made it further.
He
in
ran
my
into
own
another
game
door.
thing. I'm fighting a huge like kraken.
Yeah, he ran into another
A
door.
room full of doors.
All right, yeah,
No,
but
I think Far Cry looks really cool.
graphically it looks good too.
Yeah, really nice. And they,
Yeah.
you know when that's coming out?
End of this year.
That's this year, right?
I think
yeah,
so.
that is this year.
But they, the guy said, they made like 2 games because like you have a whole single player experience and there's a whole co-op experience, but it's not the same storyline.
Really? Just, you know, sometimes those are good and sometimes those are bad.
They were good in Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
How would that be bad? I don't know.
Sometimes they throw it, not so much now, but back in the day, they used to throw together these half-ass co-op like side stories that were just like awful. And I'm trying to think of a game where they did it.
Yeah, can we get examples?
I'm trying to think. I'll come back to you later.
Whatever.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
All right, so then we also got they showed off. We didn't talk about this last time, but NetherRealm Studios, the guys who did the latest Mortal Kombat, they're doing a DC Universe fighter, the Injustice game.
The Injustice League.
Yeah, no, it's Injustice, and it's got so far announced playable characters: Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Solomon Grundy, Harley Quinn, and that's it. That's it announced so far.
And you said it's from the Mortal Kombat guys?
Yeah.
Who already did a DC fighter
Well,
game?
they did DC verse Mortal Kombat. This is
So-
all DC.
So now they're just cutting out the Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. But I don't know. They showed some cool things how you can like interact with the environment almost. Like if you're Superman or something, you can like lift up a car that's on screen and just like throw it on somebody. Or like if you're Batman, you can beat someone into a car. And then I guess they have like certain gadgets that use their special modes. But then also Superman grabbed somebody, brought them up into like space, and then threw them down, and they like rained down through a couple levels.
Sweet.
So it had some cool action.
So
to it.
if
I'm excited about
Storm
that.
if Storm is in the game and she's fighting Superman,
Storm's not in the game.
what is she not Marvel?
She is Marvel.
Oh, that's DC. Gotcha.
I hate you so much.
The Wonder Twins are in it then, right?
The Wonder Twins?
I hope not, because I want like Hawkman. That's what I want.
Hawkaloo,
Hawkman.
Sportsmaster.
Yeah, Sportsmaster could be in it.
Sportsmaster?
That's a guy. I don't know. He likes sports.
Maybe Deathstroke could be in it too.
Yeah.
Lobo. Maybe Lobo. Who knows?
Low blow. He's probably in it.
So is Tony Stark in this game?
Yeah, just
The
Tony
Avengers.
Stark.
I
Tony
love
Stark in
him.
a suit.
No,
that movie.
just Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Not as Iron Man.
Yeah. Jarvis is going to be in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his AI. I'm kidding. All right, so yeah, that game got announced. And then they also showed the big one that I'm excited about, SimCity. They showed that off, which looks pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome. And, you know, who did not really play some SimCity 2000 back in the day?
Oh,
I-
yeah,
I
I
didn't.
dabbled.
I didn't play it.
You didn't?
No,
Really?
You
No.
didn't live.
never played.
Man.
I played some Roller Coaster Tycoon, though.
And you kind of missed the boat a little bit. You hopped on late. Roller Coaster Tycoon is a fantastic game.
Railroad Tycoon.
I'll take
kidding.
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon until the third one, where I didn't like that one, but 2's good.
I know. Eventually, they tried to make it like 3D.
Yeah.
And like which is new SimCity is, but it looks like they just do it like 10,000 million times better than.
Yeah, and it looks good. And like, so like, They actually have like all the things on screen, like it's like it's physically representing the sim language that is happening underneath it. So like if you see actual like traffic, you can
riots and
see
stuff will actually you'll actually see that on the streets.
Yeah, you'll see that like form, or like it, like how the game works, I guess, is that you start with a region, and like for multiplayer this also works. So within this region, each person can have their own city. So like if your city is next to a heavily crime ridden city, that could be another player's crime from that could spill over into your city. And also for like in terms of like pollution and stuff.
Yeah, Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
But then you can also team up with other cities and like build an airport somewhere and share resources. So then you get that airport, so it helps out everyone within that area.
It's true. It's almost like you're managing your own city. Like you have so many different things you can do.
The thing that I'm interested in.
Yes.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Is like when you said the multiplayer aspect of it. So like, are you like setting up these other players, or are they just randomly joining your?
Well, you can do it. I guess you can have it so it's friends only, or you could have it be like just CPU
Community.
guys doing that.
Oh, really? You can have CPU?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because you could end up with some D-bag who's just like,
grief
disaster button, UFOs, send them over into my neighbor's city.
I don't think you can send them over to your neighbor's city.
Yeah, but you could just make the worst possible city, and
like
eventually it would start to
thousands
ooze out.
of coal plants, and all the coal
Yeah.
just goes over and kills
Yeah,
the
build them
neighboring
all on
city.
the borders.
Yeah.
I mean, like so bad, like you're at home playing with the gas mask on.
Okay.
I do that.
Yeah, don't you? I do.
But yeah, just that stuff looked cool, and the game looked nice.
It
Like,
does.
really-
It looks pretty. I'm not gonna lie. They didn't show any gameplay though. Like,
Well, they did. They should
yeah, but they
Throwing
didn't like
buildings down.
actually show someone playing.
see like a HUD.
Yeah.
I hope they bring back the advisory board and a lot of. I hope they give you all this control, but make it very like simplistic to do it, like they had before.
That's what they were talking about. Is like talking about like fixing it so it's not as confusing.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
they're talking about that with the XCOM game too, like making it easier to get into it, but still keeping the complexity.
yeah, there's like a fine line there where, in my personal opinion, I'd rather have it go complex than like too simplistic. Honestly, like even though it'd be harder to pick up once you play the game a lot,
It'll be more rewarding.
yes,
playing
it'll
it.
be worth it.
So that's one of my highlights of the show too, that they showed that game.
Oh,
And
really?
then they also announced Epic Mickey 2,
I saw some of that.
fully voiced, coming to the 360. So I'm super excited about that.
Fully voiced by Mickey.
Yes, because they didn't have it voiced on the Wii.
What do you mean it wasn't voiced?
They didn't have voices for the characters.
Really?
Yeah,
That's kind
I saw some of that, and it looked like very platformer.
it is a platformer game, but I guess
I'm not excited by that at all.
And what's his name
Shut-
follows you around.
What?
It's almost like
I said shut up. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
he
He's
follows
your
you. He
brother.
collects things for you. He helps
Yeah.
you get to certain areas that you couldn't
Yeah,
get.
but there's also the game. This is the guy who originally was the lead designer on Deus Ex, but he's also talking about in this
That's
game
weird.
you can either use paint and thinner, so you can create things using paint, or you can use thinner to get rid of stuff. But if you use thinner and get rid of something on the screen, that's gone forever, and you can't bring it back. So it's a lot of choice of destroying or creating that you have that has
Yeah.
lasting repercussions throughout the game.
yeah, it's like a light and like positive, negative
light
thing.
and dark
Like
type thing.
yeah.
I don't know. I just never had a big connection to Mickey.
You are un-American. Did you know that?
Why?
Anyone ever tell you
He's-
that?
he's a little
It's Mickey
gay.
Mouse, for God's sakes. All right, everybody loves Mickey Mouse.
I don't.
Uh-huh.
I never liked
Listen
him.
here, Mickey Mouse is gonna tell you to like Epic Mickey. I mean, we're bringing back old characters like Oswald. That was Walt Disney's first creation. Oh, so Epic Mickey. Oh,
Don't
I
get
never.
it.
I never liked
You've
it.
just inspired me not to buy it.
Yeah.
oh.
I'm gonna buy it and smash it in front of your face.
Hey, as long as you bought it, I'll be okay.
I'm gonna buy a used copy of it and then smash it in your face.
Was there any talk of
I don't care.
phasing out used games or anything?
No.
Okay.
That's all
No.
next gen stuff.
That's all. Who cares? Just don't buy used games. It's a losing proposition. You pay too much for it. Buy it off your friends. Like, we should not be going through GameStop. If you're gonna sell it to people physically. Do not go to GameStop.
I did that. I bought all like Brad was gonna trade these games into GameStop, and I said I'll buy them.
They're gonna start opening those soon.
And I said I'll pay. So we went there. It was like 6 games. And like they were gonna give him $13. So I gave him $13, and I got the games.
I would have gave him 14.
Yeah, you gotta give him. You gave him the same price.
Yeah,
You're a dickhead, dude.
He said he would do that. So
I would too. I'd rather giving those jerks money. I'd rather get the same price from.
Yes,
but it was just comical because we're there at the counter. He
They're
gives
right
them the
there.
6 games. He's like, "All right, it's gonna be $13 in trade." I'm like, "Brad, I'll give you the same 13 if I get to keep them." He's like, "Deal." So they gave them all back to me right at the counter at GameStop.
That's
Were they surprised at all? Were they like, "What are you doing?"
Not really.
Were they like, "You can't do that
care.
here."
They
It's just-
laugh.
it was
Take
some-
your business outside.
Whoa! Oh, we lost him.
Tim just died.
Holy shit!
That's why you're not supposed to lean back.
Tim just fell in his chair. He's leaning back.
And that's why you don't lean back in your chair, kids.
All right.
And that's
So,
exactly why.
So that
My
was
ass
that
hurts.
was E3 though.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm impressed that mic is still working because you can't
Yeah.
drop that.
I held the mic up.
You know, it hit the ground. I
All right.
heard it.
All right, but so that was E3. What are your
Uh.
closing thoughts on E3 though, kids?
That was it. That's it.
Yeah, that's
No
it.
more games?
What else
No,
you
no,
want to talk
no,
about?
We
You
didn't
wanna
talk about Watch Dogs.
We didn't talk about Star Wars.
We didn't
Oh, I
talk
forgot
about
that.
Splinter
Oh,
Cell.
yeah.
We didn't
Come
talk about
on,
Star
man.
Wars.
Sorry. All right. So Star Wars 1313 was sold, and I guess that's theoretically next gen hardware, maybe, but it looked like a awesome
We are running low on
Uncharted
time,
thing.
though.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing this fast. But graphically, it looked awesome, and you're playing as a bounty hunter in Star Wars between Episode 3 and 4, so it takes place within that time period.
It looked very like
Uncharted-y.
Uncharted
In
like
this particular
a lot.
section, but I
That
mean,
happens a lot.
Who knows?
Like, how
I
many
know,
games
yeah.
do we say it looks like Uncharted?
No, but in this game, since you're playing a bounty hunter, a big thing about it is going to be the type of tech that you have as a bounty hunter. So that's definitely going to make it different.
Did they show a lot of the tech? I didn't see a lot of tech
They
at
didn't
all.
show anything.
Okay, I
That-
saw.
but they showed the little bit that you saw of him fighting.
There's
and
some
being
cool
on-
melee attacks, and the shooting didn't look fantastic.
No, but hopefully you get like a jetpack in this too. Like I'm betting if it's a bounty hunter game, you need a jetpack.
You think you're gonna end up like a Boba Fett eventually?
you
'Cause
should be able
they-
to get your Mandalorian armor or whatever. I don't know.
Mandalorian.
That's not what Boba Fett wears, but yeah.
I want to just quickly throw in the game I've been trying to talk about, Watch Dogs. Right,
Yeah, I think it
looks fucking
This is a
awesome.
Ubisoft game, too.
Graphically looks great. Looks open world.
And they also sort of hint at multiplayer at the end of that. So you
I
get in
didn't
this huge battle
Yeah,
there.
I
and
didn't
they-
understand
and
that
then it moves
multiplayer
back
part.
to the second guy, and the second guy's
He's
trying
like-
to hunt you down.
Yeah,
almost.
the second guy is watching you while you're watching another guy. It's like Inception.
Well, yes, Inception. That there's multiple
Yeah,
layers. To it,
But was that other person like your friend or colleague?
you don't know. I mean, from the trailer, they didn't really tell us. So
No.
I was immediately blown away by like the wind effects and the people on the streets. Everyone looked like they were doing their own thing and interacting with each other.
And apparently, it looked open world too, which was kind of nuts for how
Graphically good it looked.
Yeah.
impressive.
And I enjoyed this guy had hacking abilities. He can hack into people's phones. He hacked into streetlights and caused an accident to get access to the guy he was trying to get.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
And the way that people react to the accidents
Yeah.
was incredible. Like everything about it looked really fantastic to me. Like I really recommend watching this trailer.
But I think that's gonna be next gen.
It has to be.
It'll probably
It
get
really
pushed
has
back
to be.
anyways. I
Yeah.
mean, that had to be a lot of that had to be scripted and planned out.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is another thing where I'm like, how much is real and how much of this is scripted out? You know,
But that was a super long demo for the game though. It was like 8 minutes.
it was.
Yeah,
And
it's interesting too.
yeah, it really looks good. I hope it turns out to be a good game.
I think it will.
Hopefully,
Well, some games you get those it looks like it could be fantastic, and then comes out and you're like, they really didn't
3.
achieve what they looked like they
Why
were going
you didn't
to.
you never played any of the Resistance?
Resistance is fine. The first one sucks, but but the trailer they showed for Resistance was nuts, and the game came pretty close to equaling that to a degree. But it wasn't as good.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that's it.
Oh, the Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just go through that real quick.
That looks like too much like Metal Gear Solid. I think it loses the Splinter Cell like light and shadow type thing of hiding.
I don't think it looked like Metal Gear Solid particularly, except his character, his gear looks a lot like Snake.
It takes place during the day too, a lot of the time, and that was, I think, of MGS.
Metal Gear Solid, a lot of it takes place indoors originally, but then they moved to outdoor things, and I don't know, they had day and night cycles. In like Snake Eater, it was day and night cycles.
I think it looks really good. I like how you can
some
still
parts.
target the people.
Yeah, the best part was so you could target the guys, and then you'd pretty much like jump over a thing, and you could like pretty much take down like 3
totally
guys as you're
action.
running. Which
It's
was
totally
cool.
action mixed with like stealth, like a little bit of stealth.
Feels like Jason Bourne almost when he
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
like
exactly.
marking his targets, jumping over, taking 4 guys out, and then
That-
grabbing
that-
another guy, shooting that guy, and then
That
taking
seems to be the
guy
most
out. Yeah.
fantastic thing to me is that you always have like your next target like mapped out.
Yeah, it gives a flow to the combat.
Yeah,
which was
yeah,
cool.
it's not quite so chunky.
That's what I liked about Bulletstorm is that the combat had flow to it, and that's what it seems like this game had. Like
Yeah.
you can get in sort of a rhythm with how you're attacking.
Yeah,
people.
except
Very like Assassin's Creed. And
except this one isn't as campy as Bulletstorm,
No,
but that's what made Bulletstorm.
always cool.
but I don't know, the story doesn't do it for me in a lot of the Splinter Cells, so it's like
Terrorists.
Georgian terrorists are attacking the United States.
WC.
And no Michael Ironside, you said in this
Yeah,
one?
no Michael
Oh,
Ironside voicing
that's a
Sam
shame.
Fisher. Yep,
That's a shame.
that's a loss.
That's
We
a
will all
shame.
feel.
So,
So.
is the new guy at least imitating him? Why couldn't they at least change the character to like one of those other like twin guys that
It's
were in the
also
co-op?
fourth echelon too. It's not third anymore. Sam's in charge
Really?
of fourth.
Wow.
Yeah. Ah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of good games. I'm sure we probably forgot some.
I'm sure we did.
Yeah, well, there's Bethesda showed this game Dishonored, which looked kind of cool. Like it was pretty much like an Assassin's game, but it was like in almost like a Victorian era. But you had all these crazy powers you could like chain together and basically take out guys. So it was interesting. It
Interesting.
reminded me of like Thief and like
Mm.
Deus Ex combined. It looked interesting. Graphically, it was pretty nice too.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the graphics of games that are coming out
Yep.
next gen or whatever.
And Darksiders 2 looked good, but I was wicked into that. So
No, I didn't say that at all.
oh
Well, let's
You're
look at
missing
it
out.
now.
Yeah, let's look at it. Oh, no.
All right. So
So-
we're wrapping up here.
You guys can check us out at YouTube/Attic Podcast. Danny?
youtube.com/Attic Podcast.
Yeah.
And then you can also like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Attic Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Attic Podcast. And also email us at atticpodcast@yahoo.com. Also
YouTube.
review us on iTunes. Yeah, he did the YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also review us on
I messed
iTunes.
up the
That will really
YouTube.
help us out. And
Sorry.
tell your friends about us. And thank you for listening to the 50th episode of the Attic Podcast.
And kids, don't lean back in your chairs.
Yeah, so watch the YouTube video. of this,
Definitely
'cause-
now if you and it happened at the end. Don't skip ahead. Watch the whole thing.
You can see the build up to him falling over.
I'm pretty sure I made a funny face. So. Like
You're
it was slow
You're gonna
motion.
become an internet meme. Just
Maybe,
guy falling over.
maybe. Can we-
Maybe.
Can we isolate that? I don't want to be known for that.
I'll
Let it
isolate
happen,
it.
let it happen.
All right.
All right. Bye.
But-
Thank you for listening.